I shall teach you in full this knowledge combined with realization, which being known, nothing more here remains to be known. Really? Really, Sri Krishna? Look how much more book I got to read. Like, there's nothing more left after this. And you can even get this sense from chapter 2 because Sri Krishna lays everything out. And it's so powerful. As I said, it was so powerful, so just quick, and so truthful at the same time that Arjuna needs to be like, wait, hold on, what's going on here? wait, slow down. Wait, can you break that down? What do you mean by this? I mean, you're confusing me here. What does this mean? And Arjuna is reflecting the reader, reflecting the person that is inquiring on the ultimate truth, how difficult it is to digest something that could be said with not many words, yet be completely, absolutely true. Among thousands of men, scarcely one strives for perfection, and for those who strive and succeed, scarcely one knows me in truth. Sri Krishna talking about how the ultimate truth is so difficult to actually understand, and probably just impossible to understand. We even know this from the Rig Veda. Who truly knows? Who here can declare it? From where was it born? From where did this creation come? The gods are later than this world's emergence. So who knows from where it arose? This creation, whatever arose, perhaps it was fashioned or perhaps it was not. He who is its overseer in the highest heaven, he surely knows, or perhaps he knows not. You see, anybody claiming that they, Brahman and everything is one, and it's all intellectual jargon and words. It's not felt in the heart of the person that's actually saying it. The person that, when that actually happens, they're gone, they're done. That's completely over. But notice Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita already is laying out what is the behavior of the yogi that knows him in truth. Something that it ain't nobody here. It ain't nobody here. So to understand God in truth, to understand Sri Krishna in truth, to understand anything in truth is probably a sliver of what is something that is absolutely supreme and absolutely amazing. The ultimate reality is something that cannot be articulated, is something that could not be written in any words, even in the Vedas themselves, because it can only be experienced. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intellect, and egoism. Thus is my Prakriti divided eightfold. Okay, so we have the eight facets of nature, that which composes all of what we see before us. The elements, we have the five elements, and then we have the that which processes the elements to create the subjective reality, to create the subject and the observer of the subject. Thus is my lower prakriti, nature, but different from it, know, O mighty armed, my higher prakriti, the life element by which the universe is upheld. Now, you see what is happening. Something is underlying everything. Something is more fundamental than what we are plainly observing. Beyond those elements, beyond the egoism, beyond mind and intellect. Something is supreme beyond all. And it is just like describing Om, where we have the A, the U, and the M, and the silence afterward. We have the waking state, the dreaming state, the deep, silent, dark sleep, and something called Turiya. Turiya is, in fact, the fourth state, but it's not really the fourth of anything. It is the shelf in which these other three modes of waking, the dreaming, and the dark sleep can even exist. on. And this is what Sri Krishna is saying, the substratum of all substratums, the smallest of units that you can get to, is this next sense, this divine presence and sense. Know that these two are the womb of all beings. I am the origin and the dissolution of the whole universe. There is nothing whatsoever higher than me, O Dhananjaya. All this is strung on me as rows of gems on a string, the underlying principle that connects everything. In science, what are we trying to do? We're trying to break everything down till we get to a singular substance. What we're trying to get to, string theory. Everything is composed of strings. It's composed of one thing. I am the sapidity in water, O son of Kunti. I the radiance in moon and sun. I am the syllable Om in all the Vedas, sound in ether, and manliness in men. I am the sweet fragrance in earth and the brilliance in fire. I am the life in all beings and the austerity in the ascetics. Know me, O Partha, as the eternal seed of all beings. I am the intelligence of the intelligent and the splendor of the splendid. Notice how Sri Krishna is describing himself. Not just in literal things, but in the concepts of those things, the thoughts behind those things. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of desire and passion. In beings I am desire, not contrary to dharma, O chief of the Paratas. So there's a bit of confusion now. I thought Sri Krishna was talking about, be desireless, be free from desire. It sounds a bit robotic, sounds like you're just executing a task and you're not feeling anything. But no, there's plenty of feeling. Behind all that, there's plenty of bliss. Sri Krishna is describing the yogi as plainly as he can. He's just saying it how it is. But behind that, behind the actual yogi and the journey to become the yogi, what is happening here? Desire is still important, but desire aligned perfectly with your make, who you truly are. Dharma is what? Dharma is the most perfect set of actions and roles that you can uptake because of the given nature, the perfect accumulation that brought you phenomenally here as a task to do in this life. That's dharma. And the desire is there and it's part of the step to fully complete the dharma, then it is fully aligned. Sri Krishna is in that. So, this idea of absconding desire, sure, maybe that is a thing that happens as a result of actually attaining desires. And whatever beings are of sattva, of rajas, or of tamas, know them to proceed from me. Still, I am not in them. They are in me. And this is where we get the perfect description from Sri Krishna. The Advaitic understanding of all of this is an appearance within consciousness. All this is created by a singular source, yet it is not those things that it has created. This Maya of the universe, that is what that actually represents. Deluded by these threefold dispositions of Prakriti, the gunas, this world does not know me, who am above them and immutable. Verily, this divine illusion of mind, made up of the gunas, is hard to surmount, but those who take refuge in me alone, they cross over this illusion. The evildoers, the deluded, the lowest of men, deprived of discrimination by Maya and following the ways of the Asuras, do not seek refuge in me. Those who are so caught up in particularity, that do not have the full understanding and the full knowledge that everything is actually one. They're so caught up in separating everything to making sure that, this only belongs to you and this belongs to me. That they don't see the interconnected web of all things, that all creation stems from one singular source. That's where that evil comes from. It's an incomplete perspective of the universe. And this incompleteness, that's what leads to all the problems that we see before us. That's what you see on the news and all this other stuff, the violence against individuals and terrible things that we see that is causing the greed of people and the discrimination of people of different race, of different gender, etc. Four types of virtuous men worship me, O Arjuna: the man in distress, the man seeking knowledge, the man seeking wealth, and the man imbued with wisdom, O best of the Paratas. Look, all these people are seeking Sri Krishna. And there was someone telling me, I don't know, I pray to God and I don't know if I'm doing it right. All these different various types of people are acknowledged within the Gita. And because they're acknowledged, you can be sure that you're getting the blessing. Because what does Sri Krishna said? Even a little bit of this knowledge, even a little bit of practice can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Don't forget that earlier in the Gita. Don't think, oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm doing this. Maybe my intention is wrong. You're there and you're doing it. And that is beautiful on its own. And maybe it'll lead you somewhere greater. Who knows? But you got to try. But Sri Krishna does have an imperative, has a hierarchy here. Of these, the wise men, ever steadfast and devoted to the one, excels. For supremely dear am I to the wise, and he is dear to me. Noble indeed are all these. Again, he doesn't discriminate. You're doing it right. But the wise man I deem to be my very self. For steadfast in mind, he is established in me alone as the supreme goal. Notice, earlier in this chapter, I am this, I am that. I am that which you are observing as a separate subject. And what does Sri Krishna do? He collapses all subjects into one. That who knows the ultimate truth sees that everything is one. Not that we try to fight duality until, we just instantly get non-duality. No. It's a journey. At the end of many births, the man of wisdom takes refuge in me, realizing that Vasudeva is all that is. Rare indeed is that great soul. Again, Sri Krishna is saying this word rare a lot. He's acknowledging that this is very hard to do. He says that the extent of rarity is acknowledged here. Like, this is not common. Not everyone can do this. And it takes a long time. It takes many births. He says rarity a lot. So it's acknowledged within our philosophy, within the Bhagavad Gita, within understanding the ultimate truth, that this is going to take a long time past your current life and onward. But those whose discrimination has been led astray by this and that desire go to other gods, following this or that rite. Whatever form any devotee with faith wishes to worship, I make that faith of his steady. Endowed with that faith, he engages in the worship of that form, and from it he obtains his desires, which are being actually ordained by me. You have to look at the fine print there. Sri Krishna is doing something absolutely genius. What is the absolute imperative here? I make that faith of his steady. He is saying that he is the focus behind all devotion. Any form, any which way, any different ritual, whatever you identify with, what is the imperative? And that is what Sri Krishna is presenting to us, that beyond all this different labels and names and different ideologies and claims about how the ultimate supreme is and whatnot, there is something that connects it all, and that is the practitioner's focus on what they deem to be supreme. But the fruit that accrues to those men of small intellect is finite. The worshippers of gods go to the gods. My devotees come to me. Men of poor understanding think of me, the unmanifest, as having manifestation, not knowing my supreme state, immutable and unsurpassed. Speaking to those who are deluded in Maya as before. I am not revealed to all as I am veiled by yoga maya. The deluded world knows me not, the unborn and unchanging. I know, O Arjuna, the beings of the past, the present, and the future, but no one knows me. Exactly going into that Rig Vedam verse. Exactly going back to what we were saying before. No one knows the absolute truth in full. By the delusion of the pair of opposites arising from desire and aversion, all beings, O Bharata, are subjected to illusion at birth. But those men of virtuous deeds whose sins have come to an end, who are freed from the delusion of the pairs of opposites, worship me, remaining steadfast in their vows. Those who take refuge in me and strive for deliverance from decay and death, they realize in full that Brahman, the individual self, in all karma. Those who realize me in the Adibhuta, in the Adideva, and the Adiyajna, they of the steadfast mind realize me even in the hour of death. No one really knows the ultimate truth about how it can't just be known and intellectualized. It's experienced. It's done through practice. It is done through deliberate action. It is done from knowing that all is one, and not just knowing all is one, but acting like all is one. How wondrous devotion to a supreme, whatever it is, is. This is the Hindu conceptualist signing out.